Ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. Tablet and pen, please. I like to teach you how to get the American dream. In other words, money. Financing the dream, get what you want without bringing the pain home. Now, my name is Ray, last name is Reynolds. I'm the godfather of credit. Got the little nickname years ago on KNX Radio. Been advertising there a little over 45 years, having fun. This is live, by the way, in case you have a question or two, you just type it right away. The ultimate goal, there's no pictures, there's no recording because you're not allowed to. The goal is put information here. I like goodies, but I'm online 6 days a week. I have no excuses. And I don't bring the pain home like you. We're going to change that starting today. Rags to riches, that was me. I got born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. She didn't want me. She put me in a crash can. I got to be a Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell. She used and abused me too. The reality is I'm showing you exactly what I went through because guess what? I still created my first million at 14 and a half, 2.6 billion through corporate structure at 26. What the blank are you doing? I don't understand. Start your journey with me today. Let's learn how to play. So let's understand. Look behind that curtain. The goal is very simple today, and I want you to figure this out. Now, what happens with most people, they get their credit, they jack it up, they get stuck, they can't get any more, and they can't write out diddly squat. Half of you have shitty credit. Why? Because you didn't know how to play the game and you screwed it up. You thought you could live on credit or something? Take out your cards out of your personal wallet now. Write down on a sticky in the back of every card the limit of the card. 25% maintain always, never past 29%. This is 100,000. If you did what I told you to do, that's 71,000 of safety credit. In case blank hits a fan, loss of job, or pandemic. You're going to create your line of defense, and this crap stops. I don't understand. Why would anybody ever hurt their family and have shitty credit? Now, here's the corporation. It's public record. Not here to be an accounting or legal advice. It says a corporation's a legal person. Oh, goody. You know, it may sue or be sued. I heard that at 7.5 years old at Mrs. Hope's house, listening to their silly poker game. I wrote it down. Went to the Torrance Library next to the police department. What does this mean? The lady walked away mean. She was rude. I came back. She came back and said, here's a microphone. He's back. She was a bee. Wasn't very nice to me at all. I want to kick her in the shins. What did I do? Went back for 2 years. I was just looking for a blueprint like you've been looking all your life. By the way, I'm your blueprint. If you pay attention, you better turn these up. I sent away my money order. I was 9.5 years old. I started Helping Hand Industries, and I got $100,000 of credit in the mail. Scared the bleed out of me. Now I even got named in the movie Dave, so we can learn to play. Now at 12.5, guess what happened to me? I got named in a lawsuit too. What am I gonna do? I didn't realize the word Braille belonged to the Braille Institution. Right, it's like Velcro. That's called a company in El Segundo, California. You use hook and loop. You blow your nose on Kleenex? Nope. You blow it on tissue. So I had to master divisions. I had to create those as the first place, and trade names and copyrights, all the things we're trying to do. If you have an idea today, put all your ideas and basically in writing in a Federal Express, a copy of them. Send it to you. Don't open the envelope. Let the judge open it. See, for 45 years, I've heard friends and family from my clients have stole their ideas. Set up a website too. Now, here's our biggest problem. You are your biggest problem, and you keep bringing the pain home. It says never bring the pain home. So it's like put all your ducks in a row. Don't put that in two. When I was a kid, they said don't put all your ducks in a row. I asked them to explain it to me. They couldn't do that too. All the grown-ups could do is go beep, beep, beep. That's about it. Today, if you have a corporation, I want you to check something out. Go to the Secretary of State's website. I want you to find your corporation with your home address, change it to mailbox, etc. And I want you to find out it has your name as the incorporator or the officer or both. So when they sue the corp, they sue you. Doesn't that make you a duck and a sheep? So the bottom line is I invented division process in 85, 86. I didn't want to bring the pain home like you. So I want you to understand how to play the game. So let's think. They also said, you know, don't put all your ducks in a row. Let's put the ducks in a row. What did that mean? I asked that question too, and they couldn't answer the question for me. So I created it for them. A corporation with 3 divisions is $1 million of credit and we never bring the pain home. So I want you to write down, see it. Can you do that for me, please? Let's talk about you seeing your goal list and every activity making a sheet. Your house, it's escrow, closed, homestead, trust. If you have a house not in a trust, when they sue you, they screw you, they take it away. When you die, it's stuck in a probate, your family got diddly squat. You don't have a house yet, I'll show you how to get one. Your car should be fleet price tax ID division. The #1 lawsuit in the planet happens to be bumpity bumps. You're the registered owner. When you have a bumpity bump, they're going to sue you. Take everything you got too. Money, how are you going to get the money? We're going to teach you and going to build you corporate credit so you can write it all off getting a franchise. I'm going to build your credit up to the 750. You build your credit all the way up to that too. And then you're going to basically say, see it. Then you're going to believe, pray, and God opens the door for you. That's how it works for me. See it, believe it, go get it. Got it? From here, I want you to understand, if you don't have a house yet, Pathlight will buy the house you want, lease it to you, convert it to a mortgage in about 12 months for you. Got it? From there, foolproof program. Ultimate goal, clients are famous, all right, all the time, no problem. Even homeless people too. We get to play and build millions of dollars of credit like I want to do for you. Even people coming out of prison, Free Ray, Ricky, Dickie Ross, and then Thomas. Within 8 months, I got him his dump truck business, doing millions a year. You see, you got to understand the foundation of everything, how it works, so you can get past go, instead of falling like ducks and sheep. Franklin D. Roosevelt, our president in 1934, did the Gold Reserve Act. We, you and me, we got our SSN, SS5 form when we were 14 to 16. When Nixon took the Gold Act out, he removed the gold standard. Every woman at the hospital was mandated within 2 hours of delivering a baby for the SS5 form for SSN. So here's your biggest problem. Your biggest mistake is you don't know how to play. SS5 equals SSN equals Social Security card. That creates a 1040 tax return. You get one. Had nothing to do with credit purposes. We the people. SSN, tax, and probate when we're dead. The SS4, let's think about the banks, grocery stores, and cities that bankrupt branch numbers. They have a separate tax ID for every entity. They get a tax credit. Line 1 right in front of you says the legal name of entity or individual person. So you never had to bring the pain home in the first place. SS5 equals SSN equals 1040. SS4 equals 1120 tax return. So please stop bringing the pain home. I'm done playing with you. Now understand, some people are stupid. They don't want to pay tax. They're tax protesters. They do tax evasion. They belong in prison. They shouldn't collect their $200. They should not pay, go past go. See, what they wanted to accomplish and did it the wrong way, they could have did the same thing to a single filing under the 1244 by playing by the rules, because you almost never pay tax anyway. So the lack of knowledge is why people make stupid mistakes. So I'm going to basically show you 5 reasons you want corporate credit. Number 1, when you jack up your personal credit, you drop the score, you can't get any more, and you can't write a dilly squat. That hurts the family. That's plain stupid, and you're not stupid. From there, we're going to go after cash credit. I'm going to build your credit files for you. I'm going to build your credit for you. So it's all a write-off to the tax ID. It's free money. You maintain the payment. And then from there, you don't hurt your family ever again. And you learn how to build a legacy for you and your family, the line of defense. Divisions give you that. So pay attention today. The United States of America Incorporated. They got 50 corporations. They call them states. States got corporations and they call them cities. They invented Chapter 9 bankruptcy. So they can bankrupt the debts of 11 cities, stay in business in front of you. You could do the same thing without bringing the pain home, as long as you have no intent to do fraud. We the people, corporations, a legal person, and stop bringing the pain home. I did division process in 85, 86 for one reason. I didn't want to bring the pain home like you. I'm one of the few, not one of the many. I wanted a second chance in case I needed one too. Write down 9 divisions. How about you write down division of me? If we look at that form one more time, legal name of entity or individual person, your name, corp, division, subsidiary. I will build you a corporate umbrella up to $1 million of credit to finance a business so you quit bringing the pain home. I will show you exactly how I got a Lamborghini. and I didn't basically screw up my family. So let's understand, if I get the Lamborghini under me and it's $6,800 a month worth $1 million, and I can't pay it, the creditor gives it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now I got shitty credit and an IRS problem, so I got double shitty credit. Buy it through the corporation, they sue the corp, they sue me anyway. I'm a duck and a sheep. I bought it through a division of a corporation. I guaranteed it is a division of me. I got no intent to do fraud, but if I need to, I can disconnect, isolate, incorporate. I invented the 3-step. Can you write it down? And it's over here. I isolate the good pieces over here. And what do I get to do? If I have to, I can bankrupt this probably in about 6 months under the Federal Protection Act. Your banks, your cities, your grocery stores do this in your face all the time. Just don't have any intent to do fraud. When you lease a building, it's a division process. When you do property, it's the same thing. Now, how you receive money. These people on TikTok, YouTube, and Google, so I've never met so many stupid people in my life. You need an LLC. Stop. Your kids should work. Stop. You don't pay tax under the SS4 until you're profitable. I don't give a damn what type of corporation in the beginning. We'll break it down so you pick what you want. It's division process that protects your assets. Under the Fair Lending Act, one card can get you 9 or 99 more. That's how you finance a business. So let me show you again one more time. Replace you as SS4. If something goes wrong with the Lamborghini, I'm going to do the 3-step disconnect, isolate, incorporate. From there, I'm going to replace it under the SS4. I'm not going to be stressed out. I'm going to maintain my 750 score and more. That's all you got to do. So me, guarantee card, house, franchise. Isn't the goal not to bring the pain home? So why do people have shitty credit in the first place? Corporate umbrella. Simple to do. So if you have a corporation today, please check out the Secretary of State's website. Find your name. If you use your home address, change it right away because that's silly and dumb. 80%, 87% people do that all the time. Here's our problem. Corporations are on the Secretary of State's website with your name on it. When they sue the corp, they sue you. So it doesn't matter what damn type of corporation these idiots are talking about. You're a duck and a sheep. So let's do it my way. When they basically said, put your ducks in a row as a kid, I asked the grown-ups and they couldn't explain it to me. I thought they were just stupid. When I grew up, I realized they were. So I gave them a solution like I'm going to give you. Corporation is sued. All right, they sue you. You're a duck and a sheep. Divisions give you the line of defense. All right, so you don't bring the pain home. Learn to play. 2 per item. Next, as long as you have no intent to do fraud, you have the ability to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. From here, if you have a corporation or a tax ID, if you want, let me build you a $100,000 card. If you allow me, I'll get you 9 sisters up to $1 million. Will that be okay? That's only on one card. If you want me to daisy chain cards, I like to do up to 10 of them at a time. That way you get up to $5 to $10 million of credit. So if I get you a card, can I go after 9 more for you, please? No problem. That way you get up to that $1 million, and that's the goal. But I charge $9,999 to do that for you because you're getting up to $1 million plus, and that's up to 10 cards. So if I got you 5 million, you think the 10,000 is worth it? Probably too. Corporate credit's a write-off, personal credit's not. From there, the 750 is waiting for you. All we got to do is simple. Here's a $100 million building across the street from South Coast Plaza Mall. The $1 million Lamborghini, a $5 million mansion, and a race boat for $1 million. I obtained these. Why haven't you? Very simple to do. So the bottom line is the first 100,000, and that's the goal. You got one source, Ray Reynolds, me. Now I talk, all right, and I have 2 different conversations with my hands. I do 2 different things and have a conversation too. When I was a kid, they said I was retarded. Then they tested me at T-Winkle Junior High, found out I have an IQ of 203 until the recall. I just thought they were stupid. Didn't everybody write 2 different things at the same time and talk? All right, because both sides of my brain work. What's wrong with that too? And then it rhyming all the time. Sorry to say, but that's what I do. Never bring the pain home. So I like goodies. You like goodies yet? But it's up to you. The ultimate goal, if you let me add you to my credit system, we can play on my pool table if you like. What's your goal? Once you take the calendar and figure out how many working days are left of this year, You got me 6 days a week this year. I've done that for 45 years in person or online. From there, I like you to write down credit, loan, money. If we take a card, like a corporate credit card tax ID base, everything above 10 doesn't show up on personal reports. We take 100,000 off of a card from Wells Fargo corporate account, we put it back in the Wells Fargo bank. We reference 3 times 5. They'll give us up to $1.5 million line of credit. We buy a franchise, an apartment complex. The corporation manages these entities, and now you just created yourself $10,000 to $50,000 a month. Maybe it's Section 8 properties. $75,000, $335,000. They're all brand new. $250,000 to $500,000. Simple. Here's one for $75,000. In that fund, the deposit in our closing cost is $5,000. There you got $10,000 to $50,000 a month, even doing a Section 8. Here's one for $260,000, same deposit. When we just take it off of a credit card and finance it, because borrow money is not taxable. Maybe you want to get residual income the rest of your life so you can leave a real legacy for your family. It's up to you. So today, take a moment, look in the mirror for 5 minutes, stare at yourself and ask yourself a question. What did you do yesterday to get towards the $1 million dream? You sat there going, why don't you get the basically repo list for cars, boats, house, apartment complex, duplex, probate, divorce, bankruptcy, and wholesale and supply credit? Why don't we get you $1 million to the corp in each division, checkbook money, supply and vendor money? Once you run your tail off, by the time you turn around, you have about a $10 million company. But the biggest problem I have is you don't think, just do. Very simple. Expos, franchise, hedge funds. I like to make you a money-making machine if you allow me to. Why don't we get $100,000 to $1 million of vendor and supply credit? It's called OPM money through Dun & Bradstreet. Ultimate goal. What are we going to do? Sell on Amazon or eBay up to $1 million plus a year. If you're not in one of the programs, this is called the Ultimate. You get 4 private calls with me for 15 minutes. You get 90 days of level 1, 2, and 3 in specialties and 9 divisions. I'd like you to take a picture of this page. Certain pages I'll say it's okay. Take a picture of this now, based on the credit you want me to build you and what you can invest starting today. It is a Zell. During the broadcast, you can get $50,000 for $19.99, $100,000 for $39.99 if you want to add it to a current package. And you want phone calls 1, 3, 7, or 9, or 26, let me know. You want me to build you $1 million of credit? Okay. I'm going to charge you 10%. I'm going to give you $45,000 of bonuses if you don't have them. If you have them, you don't need the bonuses. It's $30,000 paid in full. With bonuses, $50,000 or $10,000 down. Then I build it up and away for you too. Has to be paid in full. Reality is only 10 people get into this program. I'm only doing this between now and this next year, and I almost sold out anyway. Now, you got to stop the way you're doing life right now. The rewind has to stop. I like to build you corporate cash credit. I like to teach you to be an investor. Investing the corporate credit I build for you, getting monthly fees from $10,000 to $50,000 a month would make sense. So what we're going to think about doing, this is a program from now until the end of next year. I'm going to put you in any and all classes. I'm going to do weekly video conferencing. I'm going to do our weekly calls, all right, rapid rescore, and we're going to do a blueprint in person every week to go through your blueprint for you. If you can fly in, if not, then we just do a video conferencing. So what happens is now I'm also in that program. I'm going to show you how to get your personal, business, and division credit, fill out the applications and projections, what limits to ask for, phone calls with your creditors, all right, daisy chain up to 5 million, and increase limits too. That program is $25,000, has to be paid in full. Ultimate goal. From here, only basically 10 people get into that one, and I only have 6 spots left. And we're going to make sure they get up to $50,000 a month income, and we're going to get them, build them up to literally $5 million of daisy chain credit. So if you want to be one of the last 6, all you got to do is let me know. Here's your Zell bank transfer, deposit, or wire. I like goodies. You like goodies yet? So God's gift, Race boats in the backyard, helicopters, U-Docks, and yachts too. We get to play. So if you like some goodies, just let me know. I'll rebuild your life too. Now, I accomplished all my goals. And that's why my wife calls this my hobby, because I'm bored if I'm not helping you. I'm $3,000 an hour, $25,000 a day to other companies. For you, this is Kmart pricing today. There I am. All right, highest kick and fastest kick on the planet, 81. That means white men do jump to stupid people say we don't. They're kicked out the lights, no matter where you come from. Bottom line, you can create your goals. You can create every goal you ever want. My first car was a Lamborghini Countach. What was yours? I don't hear no. When they say no, I walk around. After I say thank you, I find a way anyway. No just means I don't know how. So the lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man and woman. People aren't stupid, but they sure do a lot of stupid things. I'd like to be your coach, all right, for the rest of the year, if you allow me to. I'm the #1 coach worldwide. 1,000 steps to millionaire and to be the certified CFO. If you don't have an IRS.gov account to watch your tax returns, please set one up today. Now, the Ray Reynolds University, I plan on leaving $10 billion to them. I already paid the tax now. My kids are going to be officers when I'm dead, so they can just take it over and not have to be taxed again. I call them the puppet masters. You could play the big zero. What legacy did you get from your family? Probably a big fat zero. So I'd like you to think about something today. When you die, because you have to plan that too, they're going to take all the little pieces you left behind, and then you're just going to be a memory if you're lucky to be that. But if you leave them a legacy through the corporation and divisions, they're allowed to take it over. Your legacy lives forever now. Why don't you write down irrevocable trust? How about UCC1? House has a deed of trust, car has a basically pink slip. Everything in your house or office should be UCC1. Turn it to a chattel mortgage or list it up to the irrevocable trust. When I die, I know where my goodies are going to go. They're not going to forget me. They're going to basically take over what I built. All right, ultimate goal. I like to build credit up to times 10 somebody's investment. So as you get into a program, don't be surprised I build you 10 times more cash credit for you or your corporation too. Draw the diagram in front of you. That's a corporation maintaining divisions. Your banks like B of A have bankrupt thousands of locations. They got indicted yesterday, Chase a week before, Wells Fargo too. All right, seems like they're all a bunch of crooks. Chase, all right, Wells Fargo, US Bank. They bankrupt locations, get a tax credit, and all you do is bring the pain home and go boo-hoo-hoo. I think we should stop that. Sam's Club, Geico, cities. So why don't we write down one more time, stop bringing the pain home, become a certified CFO, and the reality is reprogram your brain to millionaire status. Look behind the curtain. When I started my blueprint, I was 9.5 years old. See it, believe it, go get it. So as we play the game, let's understand. My thought of the week for you is countdown has begun. You're in your third quarter. It's time to run and push to retrieve your goals. Your problem is you. All right, let's push and let's make the goals happen this year. So I like to build you back up like Humpty Dumpty. But again, draw the diagram in front of you. That means you're basically going to learn to stop bringing the pain home. You're going to put your ducks in a row, and I'm going to repackage you under the same corporation. So you learn to play the way I want you to play. Now, I got my TV show coming up in 2024, so I won't be available 6 days a week anymore. So I like rich and famous people. They listen better than you. And what happens next is you started a business, so you want to. You sit with your friends and your family. You talk about a business. Hopefully somebody said, what happens if something goes wrong? Well, they usually do. What happens is you jacked up the cards. You got stuck. You couldn't get any more. And you couldn't ride out daily squat. You backed yourself in the corner and hawked your house too. I'm sorry to say, I call that dumb. There's no reason you need to do that ever again. The ultimate goal, write down today's date. Let's project 90 working days and let's go get some goodies like I obtained. I wrote Winning the Game of Business 45 years ago. Page 6 says cash flow free of your time. I sold the books, Faces Millionaires Founders Kit at the Bonaventure, 12 book CDs for 32 years for $5,000 a set. So the ultimate goal is, if you like a copy of it today, it is free. as long as you sell $99 for shipping and handling. That's all you got to do. There's your Zelle information. Take a picture, click. Ray Reynolds recipient, Ray at rayscredit.com, RW. When you Zelle and what you Zelle for too, put your home address so I can ship it right away. Starting a business and growing a business, running one, oh my goodness. Between the suppliers, the creditors, the employees around you, people around you, you know they're going to chomp you off the hill or off the cliff or you're going to die. So hold your breath to that too. Me, I wake up every day at 2:25. Ever since I was a little boy being abused at 2:30, I had to wake up at 2:25 so the abuser wouldn't get me. From there, I drop to my knees. I say, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go look in the mirror. I put myself in check. You probably let your friends and family cloud your direction. Let me explain what happened to me 14 years ago. Doesn't matter if you got millions and billions and 3 yachts in the backyard like I did, helping people 6 days a week. July 4, 2009, the wife wants to take out one of the yachts to watch the fireworks with a group of people. From there, the next day, I'm dead. From there, what happens, I can hear what's going on in the room, but I'm in a different place. My tax attorney tricks my wife to sign a POA. Nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. Jesus gave me a choice, stay in peace or go back. So I'm going to show you how I'm God's example. You see, I had to move 24 times. I'm 11 and a half years old. All right, there are bullies every school in Hawthorne, Torrance, Watts, and Carson, and Long Beach too. You had to learn to kick it and run. I'd rather die than run. I've been shot twice, 6 times, so you have no excuse. You met me. I've been more through what I've been through than you. Bottom line is I still created millions and billions. I'm truly God's example. Why haven't you been? We're going to make sure you learn to play. I got a book coming out this year called Jesus is Not a Drive-Thru. See, being a Christian's a way of life, not a moment in time. I think you're stuck. Can I get you past go? Can I show you some Lamborghinis, Duffy, mansions, white men do jump, stupid people say we don't. More Lamborghinis. How about race boats and helicopters, U-Dogs, yachts, and Ferraris too? I call this Ray's Rules. Is that okay with you? We get to play using my blueprint. I started at 9.5 years old. See it, believe it, go get it. The ultimate goal. Credit repairs are fraud, sorry to say. They have no magic wand. If you're stupid enough to give them $100 a month plus for 2 years and still have shitty credit, that's kind of stupid of you, since the Federal Trade Commission says they're fraud and not collect money up front. So why don't you download what you can do for yourself? It's called Section 611 today. So if you got an open collection account, do yourself a favor. You can't rip off your creditor. You can't be a crook. You got to man up and woman up. So today, understand all you need to do to get a 750 score. Negotiate any open collection account. All cards at 25-29% rule, but 2 and a wrapper rescore. Now you got a 750 score. If you want to get corporate credit, you got to master the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Or not stupid, but a lot of people do stupid things. And sorry to say, half of you are lazy. Your first 25 steps today. Credit Karma. We want to get that because it's free, so we can set up your file and analyze you right away. And if you allow me to call your case number on Saturday during my 10 classes live at 1:30 in the afternoon Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to tell you personally what I need you to do. That way we basically have the 750 score in 90 working days, and that's all we got to do. Let me call your case number in rotation. Simple. The application no one paid attention to, the SS5. I paid attention. Why didn't you? It says full name at birth other than the name above and other names you use. See, the SS5 created the SSN 1040 tax return. You got your Social Security card, right? It's not even your card. Read it. It'll say do not laminate, don't carry it with you. Then it'll say basically don't use for ID purposes, and you did that anyway too. Then a bunch of dummies did that, and everybody followed like ducks and sheep. It says property of Social Administration, not you. So let's understand your SSNs for the 1040 tax return to track your income. That's all it's for, not for credit purposes. And if we got our first job years ago, what happened then? We thought the company was ripping us off. Until someone pointed out the IRS gets their cut, you have to live on the leftover. That's what makes us ducks and sheep. So we understand a corporation is a legal person, and we the people. So if we don't want to do tax evasion, which people should not do, and go to prison, then you don't screw that up anymore. If you did that, don't collect your $200, don't pass go. You could actually accomplish your same goal playing with the IRS rules. It's called a 1244. And you almost never pay tax anymore. So we get one SSN. We're all ducks and sheep. Corporation gets one tax ID. They sue the corp, they sue you. What about the banks and the grocery stores and the cities do? Division process is what I want you to do. They use subsidiaries. So you learn to become a certified CFO. You reprogram your brain to millionaire status. Let me rebuild your SSN, please, so you can be a CFO for the corporation and the divisions. At the same time, let's get you the SS4 so you can choose wisely from now on. Put your ducks in a row under the same corporate umbrella and learn to play the ultimate goal. So there's that SS5 form. All right, and then what happens next is let's compare it to an SS4. So here you go, SS4. So understand the corporations, the banks, grocery stores, and the cities, they bankrupt locations called branch numbers. This says legal name of entity or individual person. Your name could go in line 1. You can actually dissect the form, look past go, and look behind the curtain too, and see it says banking and credit purposes. 1 per entity. See, you keep being 1, and it's a lonely number. So your corporation should only do 4 things. Buffer tax, no taxes due to your profitable. Corporate credits, all the write-off. Fleet car on a car, fleet price on a car, free buffet. Then the division does everything else too. Division should do 7 things in the beginning. There'll be 89 when you're done. Line of defense, they're cheap, multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, credit reports, real estate, separate liability, and we create a line of defense under a corporate umbrella, and I get to build it for you and your credit reports and the credit too. I will guarantee exactly what I say I can do as long as you do what you're told to do and follow through. You have to be part of the program. If you screw up by applying for credit or jacking up cards, I'm sorry, we'd have to charge you a fee or close your case. Please don't screw up. From there, understand something. If you got a collection account, once again, you cannot rip off your creditor. Your past should never chase your future. The IRS has a program too, about 656, 433A and B. So you don't have to bring the pain home in the first place. You never had to. So you learn to play the ultimate goal. There's that 750 waiting for you. If you let me analyze your credit, do a rapid refresh, I can guarantee you 750 as long as you're part of the program and you do what you're told to do. She's a nice lady. She doesn't have bad credit. She just has a shitty score because her attorney, CPA, and banker told her the wrong information too. No green lights. Over here, green lights. I push her up to a 770. We can play. This poor couple was tricked by a corporation's bankruptcy attorney. Him and his wife. All right, they filed bankruptcy. They didn't need to. Here's a card unsecured for 500 to start building them up. This person has 11 collection accounts and a 571. Here's 3,000 to help you too. Ultimate goals. If I get to rebuild you, do a rapid rescore, you go to class, you pay attention and follow in your what? We're going to target 750, charge you $9.99. Give you $1,000 card back for you. From there, during this broadcast, I discount it to $4.99, and the card becomes $500. And all you got to do is Zelle. If you want that price and that discount now. Write down RW and what you Zelle for. There's your Zelle. Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@rayscredit.com. If you want to give me referrals, that would be great. I'll build you more credit, or I'll Zelle you back 10% for your referral, as long as they say your name when they sign up. From there, it's very simple. If you want to give me their name and phone number, email it to me. My controller will call them right away. That way you get the credit for that too. Now, here's the problem with all of you. You're on the national mailing list. Sorry to say you are. So that means very simple today, because you're a voter, so am I. They sell that list 412 times a year. Cable bill, corporation. Why don't you call 888-567-8688 and opt out for 5 years, please? Next, I'd like you to start planning the problem. See, you allowed your friend and family member to rip you off. You even loaned them money too. And they don't appreciate that, so they basically said, I'm sorry. See, people who get free money don't respect it at all. Then you pay thousands of dollars for crap that didn't work. Sorry to say. Never forget the safety credit on the sticky, what I told you to write down earlier today. That is your line of defense. All dashboards are 0 to 29 is green. The way I designed it years ago, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. So we have the ability to do this with basically doing what? Call step 5, to never bring the pain home again. So the next thing we have a problem is you, again, you keep going, Ray, I got an emergency. This stuff has to stop. Because there's no reason to jack up your cards, drop your score, get stuck, can't get any more, can write out diddly squat. See, the problem is you're using the wrong cards. There are 2 cards like house and car. They don't fluctuate your credit ever again. And they have a paid over limit and up to $1 million. It is your gold and platinum cards. So there's a card you can max out, the other cards you cannot, so you don't screw up ever again. Now what happens if most people lose their job, have an emergency? Simple, they all do the same silly thing. They run out of time, they run out of money, they can't wait to go jack up their credit cards. They don't want to tell everybody, feel sorry for me. It's ridiculous. If you needed $5,000 today, now, what would you do? Go ask your friends, your family, the bank, they say no. Because when you need it, the answer is no, you don't need it, here you go. The average person wastes $50 every other day. This is a $5,000 card in my hand. That means the payment is $50 a month. So the reality is, it's like they say you waste $140 a week. That's $600 a month. If I took $50,000 off of a corporate credit card, the payment is $612.26. So what the average person is wasting and pissing away in a given month, even during a pandemic, they could have bought 2 pizza restaurants with the drive-through using some common sense. There's white men can jump. Stupid people say we can't. There's Nixon who took the gold standard out. Write down Ray's rules one more time. 100,000 of credit with the stickies. 90, what is that? 71,000 utilization. See, when something screws up in the future, it's not your corp or you. It's a division with no intent to do fraud. That's your cake and eat it too. All right, Ray's rules, step number 7 today. Become a certified CFO and never bring the pain home. The ultimate goal is pretty simple to do. So there I am in a coma. 14 years ago, I died at 5:41. I wish I could have just jumped on and said, boo, and scared the hell out of him. But I was dead. Why don't you Google the address and find out I'm telling you the truth. See, I have been in 2 comas. One, I was crippled for life. Jesus said, get up, and they freaked them all out. Last one, I got to die and come back and help you. I think the devil's trying to knock us down and hold us back, but God's delays are not God's denials. Let me repackage your life like Humpty Dumpty, please. Let's do it my way for a while. Corporation's a legal person. I learned at 7.5. By the time I was 9, I did basically outside of Helping Hand Industries. The lack of knowledge makes people do stupid things. You ever feel that too? The ultimate goal is up to you, Helping Hand. 100,000 of credit in the mail, named in the movie Dave. Divisions are basically set up, multiple functions. All right, disconnect, isolate, incorporate if you had to. Real estate, supplying cash credit. That's how you get the American dream, the ultimate goal. Let's finance it and let's write it all off too. I do build $1 million of credit for my cat just to prove my point. Inc. magazine interviewed me at the Bonaventure, and I basically said use plastic to finance your business. So let's get 9 divisions today, please. So let's understand corporate umbrella. If you allow me to build your corporate umbrella, you'll never bring the pain home if you do what I tell you to do. I get you the tax ID, I add the credit reports, I get you cash credit, I line you up for checkbook money. Simple to do. 9 divisions is up to $1 million. 41 is up to 5 million. We get to play the game and win. Today, before you do anything else further, later today, please check Secretary of State's website. Find your corp, find your name. Find your home address and change it. Remember, when they sue the corp, they sue you. So we're going to put our ducks in a row, all right, because you getting sued as a duck and a sheep kind of sucks. So the divisions give you the line of defense. Ultimate goal. Keep in mind, please understand SS what? Tax ID, SS4. I build the credit reports for you. I know everyone's going to give me their sad story. You have no idea. things I went through. But again, come out of coma, your life's stolen. You don't have worth millions and billions of dollars. Someone steals your head. What do? Sell the wedding ring, Rolex, necklace, bracelet. Okay. Have garage sales, 12 of them in Huntington Beach got cited 3 times. See, I don't think there's any excuse. All right. There's always a solution. Let's build the corporate credit. Let's build itself. That cash credit will save your life and make sure you don't bring the pain home again. Now, I've managed it and I've designed it for one reason. 150 checkbook money, 100,000 of credit card money. The goal is 1 card into 9 more. That makes sense. So that means that 1 card, you can actually create it up to $1 million. 1 card out of my favorite 10. That's how you're going to do it today. So keep in mind, if you ever want me to daisy chain cards for you, I always want to get up to 10 of them. If I daisy chain 10 cards for you, that could be up to $5 million. All right, but I'm not cheap on that, because if I'm going to build you millions, I'm going to charge you on the cards. From there, I'm going to charge you $9,999. 10 grand to turn 1 card into 10 more. The goal is simple. They give you authorized user card. They might give you a division card. They give you a line of credit. You need a bank account for the corporation with your name on it as a division of you. So you can bank that line of credit to that bank account too. We get to play. So keep in mind today, 2,000 of history through my system allows me to set up the credit reports and create an umbrella for you. I charge $4.99 each division, 3 for $14.97. It's a Zelle, or a W when you Zelle. That's all you got to do. From there, if I get you cash credit, can you do yourself a favor? Loan out some money. I created cash flow fleet per time. It's in my book 45 years ago, page 6. Replace your income or enhance it, please. From there, I like goodies. You like goodies yet? Would you like some goodies for you too? $1 million of cash credit cards and $5 million of checkbook money. That should be your goal. From there, making your money-making machine. So if we take 100,000 to 1 million, supply and vendor credit, OPM money, don't pay a bill up to 90 days, Dun and Bradstreet. What do we do next? Let's sell it on Amazon and eBay. Simple to do. Got clients that do over $1 million a year doing that too. Rebuild you first. Same time I could build corporate credit too. If I get you a Spark card up to 100,000, would you like 9 more? The Bay of A, 9 more. Wells Fargo, 9 more. Ink card, 9 more. Gold card, 9 more. That's only 5 out of my favorite 10. That could be up to $5 million of credit too, up to that. Now we have to focus on checkbook money. Banks will give you up to 150. Line of credit unsecured as long as you have a 2-year corporation. These are my favorite 5. There's other ones that do it too. Each division that you let me build for you and line you up can get 150,000 of credit, up to 5.4 million too. But again, they want a 2-year corporation. If you don't have one, wait till next year. Or I have a couple left, get them from the office here, $9.99 when you call the office. Or if you did it now, you qualify in your own states, a 2-year corporation. I give you half price for $4.99. It's a Zelle. As we play, there's the 8 classes I do in rotation on Saturday. This Saturday, 30s, division, subdivisions. I have 10 classes live on Saturday for you. I charge $9.99 for 90 days, or $4.99 per class, or in a bonus package you might get too. From there, this stuff has to stop. I don't understand jacking up cards when you don't need to, because you don't have the right cards to understand how you can jack them up, maintain the payment, and never make your score go below a 750 ever again. Every cash application requires a certified CFO. So what we're going to do is understand borrow money is not taxable. The only thing that ever screws up in the future would be a division, but you don't have any intent to do fraud. And I'm going to teach you how to buy your lifetime income, have your cake and eat it too. Ray's rules, very simple, become a certified CFO and never bring the pain home ever again. So if I give you a check for $1 million, what would you do? You put it in your personal bank account. I'd call that silly and dumb. You only get to keep $375, put it in corporation instead. Pay all the bills first, then pay tax on the leftover. It's like the United States of America Incorporated. They pick 50 corporations. They call them states. And the states got corporations and they call them cities. They invented Chapter 9 bankruptcy under the Federal Protection Act, bankrupt 11 cities' debts and stayed in business. You can do the same thing as long as you have no intent to do fraud. That's step number 9 today. Why don't you Google bankruptcy right away today? Find out who's going to be the duck the next time. Is it you and your family through SSN or corp division or subsidiary? Learn to plan the problem too. And I add you to my credit system. We can play in my pool table if you want. But again, I can build you up to $1 million of credit. But you got to go to class, not following you want, you got to follow through. Here's a starter package for everybody. National average for a corporation today is $3,000. But here's what we get to do. Rebuild your credit, rapid score, articles also tax ID free if you don't have them. Set up level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to charge you $9.99, the same price the office does. If you do it here during this webinar, you get $10,000 of credit, 10 times your money. Offices only give you $5,000. So the goal is to do it now. Analyze you, add history, and start popping credit as soon as possible as you learn to be a certified CFO. The ultimate goal, that extra credit is only during the webinar with me. There's your Zell, RW when you Zell. Beat your doubt, run your race, get out of my way while I rebuild you, please. All right, the ultimate goal, I think you're stuck. Sorry. Getting past go. The mansion in the harbor, God's gift, race boats, yachts, all right, U-Docks and helicopters, Lamborghinis and buildings too. Why don't you change your driver's license today to a P.O. box and mail-in address, please? But again, that's up to you. Now, the next thing we have to look at is the car you drive today. Why? You let them sweat you for 5 hours, treating you like a sheep and a duck. Why would you do that to yourself too? You got up to $9,000 loss of money, and you got 9 inquiries too. That's not how you buy a car, by the way. It is fleet price tax ID division, so you can write it all off. Next thing is on the house. You don't put 2 people on the loan. You don't create a loan to value for 2. You do it for 1. Lose the house, lose the car. Car shouldn't be yours anyway. It should be a division of a corporation. But if you lose the house or the car, creditor gives it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now you got double shitty credit. Sorry to say, but it's true. Division should be the registration of a car, because the number 1 lawsuit today is bumpity bumps. Ultimate goal, step 14, planning the problem. From here, what do? Division is for the registered owner for the car. Which Lamborghini you like? I like them both. Every piece of property you ever do should be a division. You don't know who's going to slip and fall and sue you up and screw you up too. House payment offset by your house payment, your income. Amazon didn't pay tax on the first 10 billion, a trillion. Now they're worth 2 trillion. They're only doing what they're allowed to do. There's no loophole. He bought Twitter using a line of credit in 24 hours. I think he's twiddly and twiddly dumb. The bottom line is very simple. He's got a spaceship. Like he's got smart people doing that. From there, this guy's got a spaceship, so does the other guy. You could join the club and you can win the battle too. Step 15 today. Now there's a $165 million mansion. You only use 10% of the property. Here's Mr. Buffett, or there's Mark too. We get to play. You want to join the club and win the battle too? Companies do not pay tax, state or federal. They know how to play. Your problem is you don't know how to play. Learn starting today, please. Carl here, his lines of credit's 1.2 billion, and he offsets the state and federal tax of $1 billion he brings in every year. Disney didn't pay tax on $1 billion. They wrote an IOU to themselves. So you could run your life through a corporate conjunction. You can learn to play the game and learn to win. Step 16. Pay tax, buy a Lamborghini. Your paycheck is taxable income, right? You get the leftover, then you pay car payment, gas, registration, insurance. I'd be yelling no right now and drive a company car. Why don't you? I do all the time. Step 17. So why don't we get an SS4 today? Why don't you go to irs.gov and find out it says banking and credit purposes. And it's the IRS, it's public record. You didn't have to be a duck or a sheep since day one. You chose to do that and bring the pain home. I don't understand that. It doesn't understand me at all. But that's up to you. If you learn to play, I can repackage your life too. Here's Mama. Ever since Nixon took that gold standard out, Mama has to get an SSN form, the SS5 form for the baby. Within 2 hours, the baby's born. See, everything to me is rules and tools. You buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, trust. You have a house today, it's not in a trust. They sue you, they screw you, they take it away. When you die, it's stuck in a probate. Your family got diddly squat. I don't understand that. That's called stupid. So when you fix up a property, you hire the contractor that hires a subcontractor that stand outside Home Depot. And when they slip, fall, and cut corners, and they sue you and screw you up too, they take everything away you got. My way, they're going to get diddly squat. Why not? Why don't you look up irrevocable trust today, but do what you want. You're a grown-up. That's step 19. Ultimate goal. The people says, I don't want to pay tax. The ones that are doing tax evasion and all that BS. Don't collect $200. Don't go past go and go to prison. It's where you belong. That's why Wesley Snipes went for 3 years. Fined $5 million too. You cannot play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. That's why they have a form called 656, 433A and B. The ultimate goal, step 20 today. Be an OPM. Save up to 70%. Don't pay a bill up to 90 days. You get $200,000 from an escrow, leverage it to $15 million. Borrow money is not taxable. You set up the line of defense. Ultimate goal, step 21, called blackjack. So the ultimate goal is up to you. 2009, my building, One Technology Drive, 22,000 square foot building. Life got stolen when I'm in a coma. Came back to help you. Locations, another location, 3 of them, up to $1 million a day. What do we get to do? Very simple. I didn't go home and go boohoo like most of you. I got out my blueprint, see it, believe it, go get it. Then I took out my 5 closet divisions, and I took and built another $1 million of credit. Again, I don't bring the pain home like you. Why do you? You better learn how to play. All right, step 100,000 steps to millionaire. You don't have the Millionaires Founders Kit? Let me know. You sell $99, you get the books and CDs for free. Ultimate goal only through the webinar with me. There's your RW. I'm online 6 days a week currently, my last and final year. So it's up to you if you want to play. Loan, credit, loan money, leveraging money to more. It's how you get residual income. And you have a lifetime to leave your family. Maybe you're going to do Section 8s. Maybe you're going to run fast and get a $10 million company and realize the biggest problem we have is you don't think, just do. Expos, franchise, hedge funds. Making your money making machine is simple. Let's get 100,000 to $1 million of supply and vendor credit. Let's use OPM, then we'll pay a bill up to 90 days. The ultimate goal from there, and that's basically learning how to sell, all right, goodies, and Amazon and eBay. And we get to sell that right away. Take a picture of this program today. Very simple to do and understand. This gives you phone calls for 4 weeks, 15 minutes each. If you use them all up in one day, you might not have any more calls anyway. 90 days of level 1, 2, and 3, 9 divisions. That's the opportunity through me. From here, if you want calls, take a picture of that. Get 1, 3, 7, or 26. Now, if you want the $1 million of credit, I'll work my tail off with you. That's 10%. I'll give you up to 45,000 of bonus. Is the one you're missing. From there, it's very simple. Paid in full, it's 50,000. No bonuses, it's 30,000. You can put 10,000 down and pay a monthly fee. Ultimate goal. There's only 10 going in that. There's only a couple left anyway. Now, what I'd really like you to think about is stop the way you're living life. Your reruns are ridiculous. I'm sorry. I like to build you corporate credit, teach you to be an investor. If you did it the right way, investing in the borrowed money, it's not taxable. You're going to create up to 50,000 a month. From there, what do we get to do? You're basically stuck with me for the next year and a half. All classes, video conferencing, all right, weekly calls, rapid rescore, video in person, and going over your blueprint on a weekly basis. You fly in, or we do it through a Zoom. And the next thing is I had to teach you how to fill out applications my way. I want to talk to your creditors with you too, increasing limits. That's $25,000, all right, for that program. I'm $25,000 a day, all right, and I'm $3,000 an hour in most cases, but here you get the discounted price with me. So the ultimate goal, the faster you sign up for that, the faster you'll be one of the 10. By the way, they're getting up to $50,000 of credit residual income monthly base, and our goal is to push up to $5 million. But again, only 10 get into that program, and I only have literally 6 left. I have 4 pendings, but if they don't do it right away, I'm going to sell it to somebody else. Only 10 people for the 1.5-year project. So it is Zelle, bank transfer, deposit, or wire. Again, corporation's a legal person. Divisions allow us multiple functions. All right, tenants slip and fall, cash and supply credit. We get to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. So keep in mind, divisions are the decks, not the corporate, not your family ever again. Every tax ID is entitled to Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Tax ID base, 9 divisions up to $1 million, 41 up to $5 million. And if you want me to daisy chain credit, you just let me know, because I'll turn it into $1 million, if not plus. Daisy chaining cards, 1 card up to $1 million. How about we do 10 cards up to $5 to $10 million? It's $9.99 for you. That's $10,000. Divisions are not hard to do through my system since I invented them, and I usually charge $4.99 each, 3 for $14.97. It is an RW and a Zelle. So what are you willing to lose? Family, corporate, division? I don't lose anything, but if I had to, playing chess, we both lose pieces on both sides. That is going to be, we both get checkmate. Step 23, ultimate goal, reaching the dream. Think to be the impossible. Raise rules, training people to be certified CFOs, corps, and divisions, and turn them into millionaire corporations. Simple to do. If you want to be next, just let me know. I'll add you to my credit system. I can rebuild you too. So again, we have to show you the American dream, analyze you, call your case number in rotation at 1:30 on a Saturday live with me, Pacific Standard Time, because I want to tell you exactly what I need you to do so I can rebuild your life too. Never have joint credits in the way. You buy a house, escrow, closed homestead trust. Corporations, I don't understand why people spend thousands when they're free, but then they need divisions for real estate, franchise, current business, and line of defense. Raise rules, getting bonus cash credit so they can finance the business, write it off, and take away most of their excuses. That's the ultimate goal, step 24. But if all you want me to do is your 750 score, okay, we'll analyze, we'll add history, we'll do a rapid rescore. We'll put you in class, rebuild your credit, 750 on a Saturday, show you how to do this as well. We do the work for you. Normally $9.99 and $1,000 card back to you. Discounted during the broadcast to me for $4.99, card becomes $500. The starter package for corporation millionaire, rebuild the credit, rapid score, articles also tax ID are free if you don't have them already. Set up in level 1 every Saturday and Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. $9.99, $10,000 credit back to you, 10 times your investment. Better than being in Vegas. Office gives you 5, I give you 10 if you did it right now. Analyze, all right, add history, start popping credit as soon as possible. You become a certified CFO. The ultimate goal, it is a Zelle, RW when you Zelle, and once you Zelle for too. As we play, you can refer people. I'll build you more credit, or I'll Zelle you back 10% as long as they say your name when they sign up. If they don't, they blew it for you. I would tell you to email me their name and phone number so you get credit for your referral too. Corporation and entities. Banks, bankrupt locations. I want you to have entities, division process. I want you to stop bringing the pain home, become a certified CFO, and reprogram your brain to millionaire status. Look behind that curtain. Don't bring the pain home ever again. Stay safe, stay strong. We do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. Final step today. If you want to call 800-254-9506 and ask for Scott, insist on Scott. He will honor what I offered you today. He's my controller. He's not on commission too. But if you do it through someone else, they will be paid a commission. And on top of that, they will charge you the normal price. Stay safe, stay strong. We do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. And we never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.